From America's mayor to courtroom chaos, Rudy Giuliani's legal battles are spiraling. With the rape accusation, racketeering charges in Georgia, a $148 million defamation verdict, and a contempt hearing looming, as a matter of fact, today, January 6th, Giuliani's downfall is one of the most shocking in modern political history. Stick around to learn how one of the most prominent legal figures ended up in this this quagmire and what it means for his future. Welcome, it's Grace from Grace Interrupted. Today we're unraveling the increasing dramatic legal troubles of Rudy Giuliani. So let's jump in. I'm going to go through the Georgia election interference case, his $148 million defamation verdict, his contempt hearing, rape allegations and sexual assault, and what his defense strategy is, as well as whether or not his buddy and former employer, Donald Trump, can pardon him. So let's jump in with the Georgia election interference case, where Giuliani is one of 19 defendants, including former President Trump, charged with attempting to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. Trump was removed from this case, but Giuliani and the remaining defendants are still viable. So Giuliani was indicted on 13 charges. Giuliani allegedly played a pivotal role in the conspiracy, pressuring officials, and spreading false claims of voter fraud. If convicted under Georgia's RICO Act, Giuliani could face decades in prison. This case represents one of the most high-profile legal battles connected to post-election efforts and underscores the seriousness of his alleged actions. Moving into the $148 million defamation lawsuit, in December 2023, Giuliani was ordered to pay $148 million to Georgia election workers Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. His false accusations that they committed ballot fraud not only destroyed their reputations, but also led to harassment and threats against them. As of January of this year, Giuliani has failed to comply with court orders to pay damages or disclose his assets, leading to his current contempt hearing today, January 6th. He has been given the runaround on this. I did do a community post if you wanted to check in and see where we were in terms of this case. His contempt hearing, Judge Louis J. Lyman is presiding over Giuliani's contempt hearing, where the stakes are high. The judge could impose severe civil penalties, including escalating fines or jail time, until Giuliani complies with the court's orders. This isn't just about the money. It's a battle over Giuliani's credibility and the court's authority. Giuliani has said that he is broke, he couldn't feed himself, but yet he was riding around in the Mercedes right before the election that was supposed to be turned over. He alleged to have given some of his rings to his son and trying to kind of disperse his assets so that they would not be, in his words, taken away from him. So more to come on that. I'm very curious to see where we land there. He also has rape allegations and sexual assault lawsuit that's also pending. So this is another layer for him. His rape allegations filed in 2023 by Noelle Dunphy, a former employee. Dunphy claims Giuliani sexually assaulted her during her time working with him. In court documents, Dunphy alleges Giuliani coerced her into sexual acts, made inappropriate comments about her appearance, and engaged in other harassing behavior. She also claims that Giuliani used his political connections to intimidate her and suppress the allegations. The lawsuit includes claims of sexual assault, unpaid wages, and emotional distress. Dunphy's testimony and evidence, including alleged text messages and recordings, have sparked outrage and could lead to severe consequences for Giuliani. If found liable in this case, it would not only damage Giuliani further financially, but also further tarnish his public image. So with all these cases, what is Giuliani's defense strategy? So with the mounting legal challenges, Giuliani has portrayed himself as the victim of a politically motivated witch hunt. His defense team has argued that financial strain and frequent changes in counsel have made it difficult for him to meet legal obligations. However, critics and plaintiffs' attorneys argue that Giuliani has repeatedly demonstrated a pattern of noncompliance, pointing to delays in payments, failure to disclose assets, and evasive legal tactics. So, the big question I know that everyone is wondering, like, since he was President elect Trump's attorney and Trump pardoned Giuliani. So, despite this long standing relationship with Trump, most likely a pardon wouldn't help him. So, for the Georgia case, state charges cannot be pardoned by the president. For the defamation case, which is a civil suit, civil judgments aren't eligible for pardons. And for the contempt charge and the rape allegations, there are separate civil and state matters outside Trump's reach. So it's not looking good for Giuliani at this point. So can he go to jail, right? Because I think he's in his 80. Jail is a real possibility, especially with the Georgia case. If convicted, he faces potential prison time for racketeering and other charges. For the contempt hearing, if held in civil contempt, he could face jail time until he complies with the court orders. And I think that that's what most likely will happen is that they're kind of stringing this along, and I feel it's giving him more time to spread his assets. My opinion only. My opinion only. So if he continues with the contempt charges and the judge says, all right, that's it, no more, there's nonsense and changing lawyers and going through all of these hoops, he could potentially face jail time. For the rape allegations, while this is a civil case, any related criminal charges could also lead to incarceration if proven. So kind of pulling back, being a New Yorker during 9/11, folks definitely made him like the United States governor, even outside of New York. So his downfall represents a cautionary tale of how legal and ethical missteps, and in my opinion, just, getting way too big for your britches, can definitely lead to your downfall. And I think we'll see a lot of this now really come to light even more in this year with a lot of the cases that are coming up, a lot of the lawsuits. And I understand that we are a litigious society, but I also think that as these cases go through, we'll see exactly, where someone is found guilty. And whether or not it makes a difference at this point, because now that I think about it, we can even look at our president and his current situation that I think will play out even more so this week, because he has another case coming up. I swear I should have followed my pursuit of law school. Anyway, in closing, that's just like a quick deep dive into Rudy Giuliani and his legal troubles, from the racketeering to the defamation and now the sexual assault allegations. The next few months could definitely define his legacy if it's not already tarnished already. What do you think about Giuliani's defense strategy and these accusations? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget, as always, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on stories that matter. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye.